Okay, I need an opinion. So I could do all the amps over here. The subwoofer amp somewhere here, the 2 4-channels, they're very small. They could fit over here. Or I could do the subwoofer amp over here with the power block and all that stuff, all the big power. And then do the 4 channels on the other side with the DSP. Put the DSP over here and the 2 4-channels over here. Then I would only be running a signal wire from over here to that side over there, which would be easy. That would keep all the noisy things away from the 4-channel amps where the noise would be prevalent. Just, and it would also allow this wall to do something besides just be a blank wall. So there's that. Now I've also been thinking about this inside part, just in my head, right? Now I'm going to show you a couple of things that I could do. One, I could put speakers in this, yes. Problem with that is this is a pressure wall, and putting the driver in here, free air, would just mean the driver would be getting hit with that pressure, and it would probably destroy it. So that's not really a thing. Now I could put a hard tweeter in here that's closed back. That would work fine. But again, that's not really what I had in my brain. There's one complicated thing that I could do though, and it's a lot of work, but it might be really cool. I'm still tossing around the idea. But down here in the bottom, I could add like a pod, right? So after I get this fiberglass, right, I build up a ring down here, like a 8-inch ring on both sides, and then have standoffs on it to pull it out so that it sits out some, and then have an 8 down here on both sides in their own pod, so they wouldn't be open back and they wouldn't be getting hit with that pressure. Well, they'd get hit with some of it, but not really. It's you know, they'd be close back. So just an idea, I don't know. But something else I'm going to do, and I hadn't figured out exactly how yet, but I want right here, I want a triangle, a raised triangle design right there, and I want a raised triangle design over here that comes over into the wing. So it'll be like kind of like a manta ray shape, right, where you have a triangle and then it would just go long on this side and come back, something that would kind of incorporate the wing and make it look like it was all part of the same structure, just to give it a little bit of a busyness on the front. I don't know, it's just an idea that's been in my head for a minute. You know, throwing these things out there, telling you guys about these little design ideas. Because right now I'm stuck. I can't do much of anything until I get the fiberglass, and that's going to be after well, I get some money in the account and I can go get it. Fiberglass isn't that expensive though. I was looking at it, and you know, I could get like a quart for like $25 or something like that. But I'm going to need to get enough to do the wings. It probably would be enough to do the wings. I don't know. A couple layers of fiberglass, you know, like doing the material, and then another layer of fiberglass mat on that will probably make that more than strong enough to stop it. And what we're going to do is, I think, again, I'm using this handle for the main structure, so this will, when I incorporate this into the fiberglass, that's going to give it a lot of strength and keep it from moving. And that'll also, since the fiberglass will be attached to this, will rigidify that even more. So I think it's a good setup. But I got to do a fiberglass chunk here, and then a fiberglass chunk on the other side, minimum. And I want to get a piece of something. I don't know what yet. We'll probably end up replacing this piece also. It'll just be one big piece that'll cover this whole thing and come down and butt right up against this and shrink that crack down some more. And then once that piece is in, I can come in and put some sealant in here, some kind of a crack filler. And Bobby in his crack. But see it, when I get a piece of like 3/8 in here, or 1/2 inch, see how it just closes that up? So it won't be much left. It may not even be an issue. But the point is, I can do that, and then this whole wall is going to be covered with the same stuff I'm doing the interior walls. Both these walls will be covered with that bed liner that I showed you guys in the live, for those of y'all that showed up for the live. And the interior will be covered with that bed liner. I'll probably do quite a bit of stuff with it, because I'm going to get a gallon of it, and I'm going to go kind of crazy with it. And it's a light gray. It's going to be lighter. It'll be lighter colored than this gray in here, but it'll be, yeah, a little bit lighter than that. And I've got some light, some addressable RGBs that I'm going to put in here. Just a real basic kit, but it's going to give a really nice light show in here. I showed you guys that on the live stream also. If you didn't catch that, go back and watch the live stream. The last live stream, you can see what I'm talking about. Those are the things I'm going to be using to dress up the interior. But I'm probably going to do the B pillars are probably going to get bed lined also from top to bottom, from like right here down. And I'll probably do this panel up here to make it match the wall. I got a piece of trim to go up there. Yeah, lots of ideas. And unfortunately, I'm at a stopping point right now because I don't have the stuff I need to continue right now. But it will be, it's coming. Now the problem, of course, the ever growing problem, is I'll have the material to do this on like the 22nd, right? Which isn't, it's what, the 17th right now. So it's not far away, right? Like, was that Monday or Tuesday or something? I'll have the money to get the material. But now I'm concerned, is the weather going to be okay for me to do the thing? So there's that. Today is actually a pretty decent day. It's like in the 50s out here, and the snow is melting like crazy. Y'all saw that earlier. You know how bad that was. That's where my Tahoe normally sits at. My wife's been parking over there, and it's gonna be muddy today because it's so melty. I'm gonna have to move my Tahoe so she don't have to park there. Yeah, it's a mess. I'll move over there and park in the parking lot. But yeah, I ain't parking over there either, man. Tear the whole dang yard up. So what's happening in the back? Well, I know you guys keep seeing all this expanded foam stuck on everything. I can get in here and pop this all off. It's all getting cleaned out. That over there will be cleaned out. It'll look mostly stockish back here when I get done. But you notice that the back panel, there's a gap above the box that's going to get filled with expanded foam. I'm going to have a board cut in here that'll fit down the sides, and it'll close this all up, so it'll be one big wall right here. Okay, that's the thing that's going to happen. I don't know what's going to be on that wall. I do have some suspicions. I've got some ideas. It's a big, huge advertisement area, and we'll probably either have a big Slapz logo on it, possibly a Trunk Thunder Lithium on it. It may change from week to week or month to month, but it's going to have a big something on it. Now, the other part is what's going to be back here. There's a lot of space. It's approximately 4 feet from that box to the back of the Tahoe here. So what I got in my brain is I'll be able to put chairs back here. I can put a cooler back here. That's the main thing, is the cooler. I want to put a big old cooler back here that's powered, and tied into the system, so that I can run a cooler back here and have drinks cold when we go to the shows. That's kind of what I got in my brain. And whether or not that happens is a whole nother story, but that's what's in my head. If the cooler thing doesn't end up happening because of money, Then we'll just make this a big old storage area for some tools, so I can carry tools with me for when people have issues out there. You jump in there, got jumper cables and tools to work on, amplifiers, fuses, all that kind of stuff. Be carrying a lot of that stuff because I end up helping with a lot of that whenever we do a show or somebody has a problem. I'm one of the people that they can go and grab some tools from if they don't have any with them. So I'll be carrying stuff like that back here. But I'll make use of it. It'll get used for something. And you guys have any ideas, be sure and put them in the comments down below. Y'all may see pallets, but I see a subwoofer enclosure brace. That's what I see. I see potential things. So back when I designed this enclosure, I told you guys the design of the baffle was strong. The design of the sides and the top and the bottom were strong because of the bracing inside, the port and the flat pieces. But the back was always the weak spot. Well, that's what we're aiming to fix right now. If y'all are wondering what's going on, that's what's going on. Well, I'll de-nail that pallet in a bit. I'm going to show y'all what I got in my brain right now, though. The design will go something like this. Bottom board, right on the bottom of the box, glued and screwed. Next board, then that board, then that board, and that board, and that board, glued and screwed all the way up. That'll put every other board sideways, and making a board like this bend in this direction is extremely hard. So all the way up like this, that's going to be like a 3 or 4 inch wall, thickness wise, strength wise.
Race my baller through the streets, got that bass on blast. Every note hits hard, systems built to last. Rusted go slamming, crafting beats so clean. Handing out demos and making them green. Shaking the walls, you can't escape. Reaching for the handle to evacuate. Lithium's the key, we're powered to the max. Hit the gas, turn it up, let's unleash the tracks. Thunder. Lithium, hour after hour. From the ground up, it's built with pride. Every amp is a monster in this crazy ride. Subwoofers pounding, it's a wall of sound. Bass tornado when it's shaking the ground. Bass lines thumping, it's a musical beast. That door handle stays just out of your reach. My trunk's like a nightclub, clear and loud. Trunk thunder, lithium, strong and proud. It's a tsunami of sound. Thunder, bass is cracking the ground. A volcano of power. Trunk thunder, lithium, hour after hour. Thunder, lithium, hour after hour.
Well, thanks to some recycled lumber, good old pallets, we don't have to worry about that back wall flexing no more. I think she's rock solid. Hey, if you guys ain't subscribed yet, it's a little red button down there. I think it's red. I don't know. You better check. Well, that's today. Oh, the rest of the week is looking pretty shady. Maybe something by Wednesday, but it's going to be windy on Wednesday, so yeah, it is what it is. Hey, I appreciate you guys for stopping in. We did a lot today. It may not seem like a lot, but for my butt tearing down 2 pallets, that was a lot of work. It's about 300 million nails, and then I had to climb in and out of the Tahoe twice, and that ain't easy for my old body. But in the end, we got our wall reinforced in such a way that I think it's going to be plenty strong enough. We're still going to cover that up, but I wanted you guys to get to see it before we covered it up. I'm going to be covering it up, and I'm going to be filling all those gaps with expandofoam. So it's going to be very rigid and very strong, and still pretty dang light, which is the objective.